Here in 30 seconds because we've got to fit in about 385 years of history in the next 40 minutes.
1, 2, 1, 2. I'm doing the intro. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, thank you Sharon and John and Robin and Paul for the poetry. Thank you very much. Amber Lish, we had Jupiter Blues, had some fantastic stuff, and we've got another special event now because we've got Attila the Stockbroker and Barnstormer 1649. They've done an album specially about the Diggers, and it's all around there, so you can check it out after. Album, vinyl, CD, the Restoration Tragedy. It's all about the Diggers movement. So please give a massive Wigan welcome, Attila and Barnstormer 1649.
It's fantastic to be here, and we brought the sun. We brought it all the way from sunny Sussex by the sea. When we left at 7 o'clock this morning, it was sunny, and it's more or less sunny now. Anyway, we've got 40 minutes, and there is one place where I don't need to explain every bit of history. So it's a real honour to be here. This project was started, I started writing the songs literally 10 months ago. We recorded an album in April and May last year, and we're touring all over the place. And I'm so happy and proud to be here and to do this for you. We are different. We combine early music and punk. And all the songs and the themes are about everything this festival is about. So first three, March to the Levellers, the Diggers song, and the World Turned Upside Down. Stand up now, you noble diggers all, stand up now. The wasteland to maintain, sing cavaliers by name, your digging does maintain, and persons all defame. Stand up now, diggers all. Your house houses they tear down. Stand up now, stand up now. Your houses they tear down. Stand up now. Your houses they tear down to fight your men in town. But the gentry must come down and the poor shall wear the crown. Stand up now, diggers all. With spades and hoes and ploughs. Stand up now, stand up now. With spades and hoes and ploughs. Stand up now. Your freedom to uphold. Sing cavaliers are bold to kill you if they could, and rights from you to hold. Stand up now, diggers all. The gentry are all round. Stand up now, stand up now. The gentry are all round. Stand up now. The gentry are all round. On each side they are found. Their vision so profound to cheat us of our ground. Stand up now, diggers all. The clergy they come in. Stand up now, stand up now. The clergy they come in. Stand up now. The clergy they come in and say it is a sin that we should now begin our freedom for to win. Stand up now, diggers all. The lawyers they conjoin. Stand up now, stand up now. The lawyers they conjoin. Stand up now. To arrest us they advise, such fury they devise. The devil in them lies and is blind in both their eyes. Stand up now, diggers all. Against lawyers, against priests. Stand up now, stand up now. Against lawyers, against priests. Stand up now. For tyrants they are both, in flat against their oath. To grant us they are loath, our meat and drink and cloth. Stand up now, diggers all. 49, St George's Hill. A ragged band they called the Diggers came to show the people's will. They defied the landlords, they defied the laws. They were the dispossessed, reclaiming what was theirs. We come in peace, they said, to dig and sow. We come to work the lands in common and to make the waste grounds grow. This earth divided, we will make whole, so it can be a common treasury for all. The sin of property we do disdain. No man has any right to buy and sell the earth for private gain. By theft and murder they took the land. Now everywhere the wolves spring up at their command. They make the laws to chain us well. The clergy dazzle us with heaven, or they damn us into hell. We will not worship this God they serve, the God of greed who feeds the rich while poor folks starve. We work, we eat together, we need no swords. We will not bow to the masters, nor pay rent unto the Lord. Still we are free, though we are poor. You diggers all stand up for glory, stand up now. At the end of the English Civil War, when the New Model Army made the law, a host of radical movements grew. Levellers, diggers, ranters too. The Watcher Republic and much, much more. Freedom, equality, votes for the poor. Community of land and bread for all. A new age dawning with Charles' former Cromwell and his prominent friends had taken power for their own ends. Cromwell was just a king in disguise. His talking report was a bag of lies. When the radicals thought they'd been betrayed, a brave and gallant stand they made. But Cromwell's grand squire and lord smashed them down with fire and sword. The orders came. They sent the highbred and troopers to wipe out the diggers' claims, tear down their cottages, destroy their corn. They were dispersed, but still the vision lingers on. You poor take courage, you rich take care. This earth was made a common treasury for everyone to share all things in common, all people one. We come in peace, the orders came to cut them down. We come in peace, the orders came to cut them down. Thank you. Ever since we got booked for this, I've been really looking forward to playing the next song. And I never thought I'd quote Elton John on stage, but you can tell everybody this is your song, because this next one's called Wellingborough Wigan, and it's about how the ideas of 1649 spread from St George's Hill to 34 communities all around the country. So greetings to the Wellingborough comrades who are here today too. Wellingborough and Wigan, here we go. The world turned upside down, with Stanley and the diggers cried, the poor should wear the crown. They made their stand in Surrey, upon St George's Hill, but when Stanley was Wigan born, folk there will tell you still, the poverty around him burned deep into his soul. He grew up watching local folk dig common land for coal. That's where he got his digging from, his modern comrades say, and there's a diggers festival in Wigan to this day. It wasn't just in Surrey they were digging, the sun goes out to Wellingborough and Wigan. It wasn't just in Surrey they were digging, this song goes out to Wellingborough and Wigan. The Wellingborough diggers were inspired to have a go. They set all things in common, and on common land did so. The field there was called Bearshank, but it soon was bearing fruit, till thugs hired by the rich arrived to trample and uproot. The diggers' manifesto gave them teachings from the church, but priests served the property and left them in the lurch. Although it was so long ago, their statement still rings true, and there's a diggers' festival in Wellingborough too. It wasn't just in Surrey they were digging, this song goes out to Wellingborough and Wigan. It wasn't just in Surrey they were digging, this song goes out to Wellingborough and Wigan. Across the south of Midlands, little bits of common land, 34 communities in total took a stand. They made appeals to Cromwell, but all fell on deaf ears. Their cries for justice drowned out by the cruel landowners' cheers. They echoed down the centuries as we campaign today against the men of property who hold us in their sway. So many empty houses, so many folk in need, extremes of wealth and poverty, and profiteers of greed. It wasn't just in Surrey they were digging, this song goes out to Wellingborough and Wigan. It wasn't just in Surrey they were digging, this song goes out to Wellingborough and Wigan. It wasn't just in Surrey they were digging, this song goes out to Wellingborough and Wigan. It wasn't just in Surrey they were digging, this song goes out to Wellingborough and Wigan. Thanks very much. I say it's an honour to play this stuff here. I've always wanted to do this. I know it's niche, but it's my niche. I've always wanted to combine early music and punk in the same way the Pogues combined Irish music and punk. And in October last year, I had an idea to do a whole album about this revolutionary time. And the inspiration for that idea was from my hometown. So from your hometown to mine, because in 1651, after the Battle of Worcester, Charles II skulked off to France, having hidden in an oak tree, allegedly, and chased all the way down. wasn't caught, skulked off to France from Shoreham Port, 400 yards from my front door. I live in Southwick, Port Town and Shoreham Harbour in West Sussex, and the next song's about that. Because now that route, I'm sure many of you know, if you cycle or walk, you know there's a route called the Monarch's Way from Worcester down to Shoreham. And we are right at the far end of that route, and that was the beginning of the idea I had for this whole album of songs. So this is called the Monarch's Way. Here we go. It's very long. It's like a sort of 17th century Bohemian Rhapsody. And it stops and starts, and it's got lots of odd bits, so don't clap in the middle because it hasn't stopped. Divine right, the monarch's way. Royal might, the monarch's way. Church and state in firm embrace. All your subjects know your place. Divine right, the monarch's way. Parliament in the monarch's way. Told them all they must obey. I'm ordained by God, he said, fought a war and lost his head, dead end for the monarch's way. Scots then joined the monarch's way, threw themselves into the fray. Like the father, so the son, sought his throne with sword and gun. Southwards now the monarch's way. Worcester in the monarch's way. New model army won the day. Charles's standard soon came down, skulking south to Shoreham town, chased all down the monarch's way. King Charles stayed in Southwick, a disputed historical claim. but one folks round here seem quite proud of. And a cottage here still bears his name. If he did, he fled out through Shoreham. I'd have hoped that my ancestor dear would have shouted, "Hey, roundheads and levellers! The wankers crashed out over here!" Muffin Road, the Monarch's Way. France was now the Monarch's Way. Unlamented castaway. Falling orders to thin air. It should all have ended there. Closure for the Monarch's Way. Muffin Road, the Monarch's Way. Commonwealth he did betray. Lost chance to change history. Restoration tragedy. Once more things the Monarch's Way. Thank you very much. This is our history, our radical history. We should be celebrating it. We do celebrate it. People talk about being English, pride in being English. This is the kind of pride I have in being English. If I have any pride in England at all, it is the pride of our radical history. This next song is my favourite character from that period. And obviously, as you all know, there was the Levellers, there was the New Model Army, there was the Levellers who grew up the New Model Army, there were the Diggers, the radical wing of the Levellers, but on the left, you can only say on the left of the Levellers, there was another group called the Ranters. Now the Ranters, we named ourselves after, I'm a ranting poet. When we started in 1981, Justin Sullivan from New Model Army suggested to Seething Wells, no longer with us, that we called ourselves Ranters because we were loud and we drank a lot, and after the Ranters of 1649. So this is my favourite song, I think, of our set. It's the true story of Ebenezer Cop. He was the leader of the Ranters. I have a huge personal identification with many aspects of what he did, although I am totally and very happily monogamous, I will say that right now, but many of the other things, absolutely. And at a time, you know, if people are interested in this period in history, they often say, oh, it was really dull and it was Puritan. Ebenezer didn't want it to be. Here we go. Now I have been a ranter for nearly 40 years. I've done over 3,000 gigs and drunk a lot of beers. Sometimes I have ranted and then partied till I drop. But I'm a fucking lightweight next to Ebenezer Cop. Ebenezer was a ranter back in 1649. When he heard Charles had lost his head, he drank his weight in wine. He shouted, top is bottom and bottom shall be top. Then he got his knob out He's a cop. He did. There's actually a drawing of him with it out. The Puritans were in control, but he showed them his arse. He drank and smoked and stood up for the poorest of his class, proclaiming God's inside you and all the rest is plop. Your church is your local pub, said He's a cop. Stood beside the diggers as they ploughed in the mud. He vowed the Burford martyrs would be avenged in blood. Wrote rude songs out of psalms and bawled them out non-stop. Then danced round naked with his friends. He's a cop. To all the godly Puritans, he was a ghastly sore. Polygamy and orgies and blasphemy and more. And even by our standards, he was way over the top. But he got quite a following. He's a cop. When Stanley and the diggers disowned him one by one. But he and his bold ranting crew continued to have fun. Till Fairfax sent the troopers round to finally put a stop. And into Newgate prison tumbled He's a cop. Some say that he recanted there, I am not so sure. But one thing is for certain, he ranted no more. And for the next few centuries, historians gave the chop to the bold tale of the ranters and He's a cop. Came the 1980s and our punk rock poet crew. We called ourselves the Ranters and we raised the ballyhoo. Though we were loud and beery and all over the shop. We were sober and polite compared to He's a cop. He's a cop, the roaring ranter of 1649. Good on you, mate. Cheers. I knew we were going to have this problem. So many songs, so little time. The new album's 58 minutes long. All these songs are on it, and we're going to be able to play them all. It's on vinyl too, it's over there. We'll be obviously selling them afterwards along with the other stuff. Now, we're going to do a battle of reenactment. Now, normally battle reenactments take place with people dressing up. We're not going to dress up. This is a battle reenactment in sound. We're about to reenact the Battle of Worcester in 1651. And who knows what this is? It's a crumhorn. I'm soon going to get a bass crumhorn and a racket. And it's going to be a real racket after that. Anyway, here we go. Worcester. cutting the battle a bit short because we've only got 5 minutes. And I want to try and do 2 more songs. They're both very important. This is a very important one. Renaissance music about the dangers of personality cults. It's just me and Tim. And then we're going to finish with the grand finale. We run a little bit over, please excuse me. Which is kind of a real honour to do this. This is called The Man with the Beard. It's about a man with a beard and the initials JC and how ideas are the most important thing. Yeah, it needs to come off. Mandicello, if it feeds back in the monitor, just turn off the monitor. Just turn it off. Turn the monitors off, then they won't feed back anymore. Just turn them off. There we go. Just turn them off. Turn them off, Luke. Turn them off. Cheers, mate. When the man with the beard he first appeared, the man they called JC. The scribes and Pharisees they all sneered at the man they called JC. Like Lilburn he a vision saw of a land where none were working poor, and he vowed to make that vision law, the man they called JC. He cares for the young and the sick and the old, the man they call JC. And people are worth much more than gold to the man they call JC. He stands up tall and he speaks the truth and he mobilised the nation's youth. Got 40% in the polling booth, did the man they call JC. But it's not one man, it's ideas that count with the man they call JC. And we don't need a sermon on the mount from the man they call JC. He's got momentum, that's for sure, like the new model army in days of yore. And we'll take from the rich and we'll give to the poor with the man they call JC. So let's not build a personality cult around the man they call JC. Or another religion could be the result with the man they call JC. He's not the Messiah or a naughty boy, but a man Murdoch wants to destroy. That's how we know he's the real McCoy. The man they call JC. Cheers. That's all right. Right. One more. We may run 1 minute over time. We've come all the way from the Sussex coast. I hope that's all right, Conway. Very briefly, I just want to introduce the band. On the drums, since 1994, forever, Mass Murder McGee. On the second recorder, since we started Barnstormer in 1996 and then rejoined when we became Barnstormer 1649 last year, Tim O'Tay. On the bass, also the singer of guitarist of wonderful Brighton Skullback called Too Many Crooks, Cookie. I want a special big cheer for this, the next guy, because the next guy, actually, it's his very first gigs with us, because our normal, none of us are normal, but our regular guitarist couldn't make it today. We've had one rehearsal, but you wouldn't know. Well done, comrade. On the guitar, Sean the Hippie. He's actually got a cat called Neil, and he's a digger. Like, man, he digs everything, don't you, man? You even dig graves, don't you? They're all right. Okay, right, this is the last one. This is a true story. It's the last one. While I was writing this stuff, I actually had a dream. Honestly, I had a dream where the escape of Charles II from Shawport was my fault. This is called The Fisherman's Tale. Taking you back to 1651. on the Sussex Port Town in October 1651 when I got too pissed and he got away. This is called The Fisherman's Tale. Here we go. My name is John, a fisherman from Southwick by the sea. And it was in my sleep one night this story came to me. Well, you know, we fishing folk, our tall tales love to sing. I dreamed I travelled back in time and nearly caught a king. I tried my luck from shore and port along the eastern quay, the banks, the River Ada, then had a pint or three in the schooner and the welly, though they weren't built back then. And as I staggered home I saw some shady looking men. Now one was tall and swarthy, I recognised his face. I rushed to wake the rounded troops as fast as I could race. Cause in our little harbour, there right before my eyes, I'd seen the royal traitor for Tattersall's surprise. My feet were all a tangle, my mind a tangle too. I had a revelation, or 10, a lovely brew. I shouted out, it's Charles, he's on Tattersall's ship. But they all said,
you're pissed, John, go home and have a kid.
No, I'm a proper leveller, a mate of Winstanley. But that night in my slumbering thoughts, the beer had levelled me. I couldn't get my words out, I'm glad I'm happily wed, cause my wife came and cuddled me and took me home to bed. Woke up the next morning, had aching mouth agape, and soon the news was everywhere about the royal escape.
You stupid bloody pisshead!
Said someone with a kick.
If you'd had 5 points fewer, it'd be sure of Dick!
My name is John, a fisherman from Southwick by the sea. And it was in my sleep one night this story came to me. I fish from Southwick Harbour, I'm right where he sailed, they say. So this is just another tale of one that got away. Thank you very much, everybody. Thank you very, very much. One last announcement. So, sure, keep turning off, sorry. One last announcement. A great big hand for Luke doing the sound. Our soundman blew us out with 4 days' notice. Thank you, mate. You did a fantastic job. We are not the easiest band in the world to mix, and you did a great job. Well done. Give me 10 minutes to clear the stuff off stage. I'll be selling the new CD, Restoration Tragedy, all those songs and more. Early Music Meets Punk. Over there in the corner. Thanks very much for inviting us. What a lovely, wonderful festival. So proud to be here. If anyone else involved in history or Renaissance or early music or punk or anybody wants to put Barnstormer 6049 elsewhere in the north, let me know, because we'd love to come and play. This is brand new. We're doing it. We're loving it. Cheers. All the best.
Ladies and gentlemen, Attila the Stockbroker from Barnstormer 1649. And I think an extra special round of applause. They've probably come farther than anybody else. They've driven up from Brighton this morning.
7 a.m. started off. And I'm really lucky because it's the international weekend, so I haven't missed the Brighton Hove Albion, mate.
I knew we'd have to mention them at some stage. Absolutely brilliant, John. Yeah, you can go and have a look at the album. We're going to come round with some buckets, remember. If you've got any loose change, it helps to keep this festival free. So, right, a couple of announcements. Firstly, if anybody sees a black sports bag and 2 rucksacks, then please let me know, because we've had them moved from the lock-up round the back. So give us a shout if anyone's seen them. And the next thing, I've been asked to announce this. On the Saturday the 29th of September, organised by the TUC and the People's Assembly. There's a protest against the Tory Party conference in Birmingham. So that's the Saturday the 29th of September. Go and get a flyer from the stall and check out the travel arrangements. Okay, thank you. Right, I'm going to hand you over to the Song and Story stage. Mr. Gordon Zola, are you ready?